friends, I'm Catlin, and this is a Party in the Lifeboat lifestyle sesh. We are wine tasting today because you're kind of a grown-up. You kind of need to know a little bit about wine, whether you're like going out to dinner with your boss or just trying to convince your parents that you're a fully functioning grown-up. It's a good tool to have. Comes in handy on dates. So, I'm going to be trying all of these today. It's going to be real fun. Give me like 45 minutes. So, we'll be teaching you all about wine, what to eat it with, and, most importantly, how quickly you can chug them. Sometimes you have to. The fire alarm goes off, your date's really bad, but you paid $13 for a Pinot Grigio. You know. So, tasting, food, chugging. Let's get started. Our scale of 1 to 5 for chug-ability means 1, not recommended. 5, yeah, you're totally cool. I mean, maybe not recommended by like a medical professional, but by this guy, you're fine. Also, it should be noted that wine is meant for sipping on lazy afternoons while mulling over classy things. However, sometimes life is stupid. Therefore, you must drink faster. So one of the first things that you want to know about wine that will easily impress everyone and kind of give you a cheat sheet for what stuff is going to taste like is Old World, New World. Old World being Europe, New World being South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, California, Washington, Chile, you know, all that stuff. So, Old World wines, they're going to have a higher mineral content because the vines are older. And when you have older vines, you tend to get more flavor from the terroir. In your New World wines, they're much more fruit forward. That's why a French Sauvignon Blanc is going to be a little bit crisper and not quite as tropical as, say, one from New Zealand. So, that's a fun cheat sheet. Let's start drinking. Yay, Riesling! It has a really terrible reputation because, I don't know, Franzia. But this is not from a bag. You just saw me open it. It is from a bottle. It's from Germany. It's very nice. It has a nice moderate balance. It's a little sweet, but it's also very nice and crisp. And it goes wonderfully with barbecue. Yeah, booyah, you did not see that coming. It also goes really well with Asian food because it kind of stands up pretty well to like that sriracha, Thai chili deliciousness. So, minerally, you get a little apple, you get a little limestone, you get a nice little zing. Sometimes they almost taste effervescent, which is fun. I'm giving that out of a 1 and a 5, 5 being the easiest to chug and 1 being the most miserable thing I've ever downed my throat. This one gets a 5. It's kind of like apple juice that sat in my fridge for a little bit longer than it was supposed to. Alright, wine numero dos. This is what we call a Grüner Veltliner. No, it is not a car from Eastern Europe. It is a delicious wine that is primarily found in Austria, Hungary, Germany. This wine is really good with food. It goes with a lot of stuff. I actually really like it with mac and cheese. But it also goes really well with like artichoke dip and asparagus, which are kind of notoriously hard to pair with. This one you get a nice citrusy, it's almost kind of limey, and then you can get some ginger, some nectarine, and a little bit of peach. But it's also really easy drinking. It's very doable, and it sounds cool because most people haven't heard of it. And screw top bonus. Swoop. All right, cheers. I'm gonna give that a 3.5. Little bit, you can get this with these wines. There's a little bit of almost like a bitter rind flavor that you can get, almost like an orange peel. Which obviously goes really well with food. It doesn't go down the hatch quite as easy as the last one, but pretty easy, not that bad. And that is Grüner Veltliner. Impress your friends. Drink this wine. Our next one is an Albariño, which is from Spain. It's a Spanish grape. It's very similar to, say, like a Viognier or a Gewürztraminer, which is another fun word. Difficult to pronounce, even harder to spell. But an Albariño, they're really, really fun. Obviously, it goes without saying they're Spanish, so they go really well with tapas. Anything with a little serrano ham, a little calamari, delicious. Also very good with Asian food, spring rolls, that kind of stuff. It's also really good with fettuccine alfredo. Random, I know. But, so the flavors that you're gonna get on here, you're gonna get a little honeysuckle, a little vanilla sometimes, some apricot. It's really, really easy drinking. It's kind of a moderate acidity, which is why it's also pretty accessible with food. But it's delightful. Give Spain a chance, people. It's yummy. And here we go. Smells nice too. Smells like happy hour. Bottoms up. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, that's kind of nice. We're gonna give that a 4! Kids, we're giving it a 4. Goes down easy. There's a minute where you think you're about to get like bitch slapped in the face, and then all of a sudden, citrus. How pleasant. Next, Pinot Grigio. Cheesy commercials, bad reputation. I believe Wine and Food or somebody out there called it like uninteresting and boring. It's wine. How boring can it really be? It's also technically the same thing as Pinot Gris, which is the French version, but this is the Italian one. It's really easy drinking, nice and light. It is crisp and acidic. It has a nice little melony, pear, citrusy thing going on. Very easy drinking. I'm not scared about chugging this one. I'm generally scared for the future hours of my life, but not for this particular wine. This goes really, really well with Italian food. I really like it with bruschetta, tomato or otherwise. It's also very nice with pasta. Really, really good with like a light fish. Great with fish tacos, tilapia, anything like that, mahi-mahi perhaps. I also really like this with Brussels sprouts. Yes, I just stuttered. Brussels sprouts, bacon or no bacon. It's really nice with those little baby cabbages. I don't know, guys. Are we gonna do the classic wine opener or are we gonna do the giant obnoxious one? I say giant and obnoxious! Excuse me, it's very unladylike, but so is this bottle opener. Oh my god, this is way too hard. That's what she said. Excuse me. After careful consideration, I've decided to give this wine a 3.5. It's burning in my tummy a little bit, but in terms of going down the hatch, it wasn't that bad. Next! This is a wine not many people know about, but it's one of my favorites. This guy loves it. It's called Torrontés. It's from Argentina. It is an Argentinian grape. The cool thing about a Torrontés is the nose of the wine and the flavor of the wine are very different, which is kind of abnormal. Not abnormal, but it's a little distinct. Wine never smells sweet. I would like to argue with that. I think sweet things smell sweet, but wine purists would laugh at you, so just don't use that word. Just don't do it. Don't do it. But so you'll get a lot of honeysuckle, a little vanilla. It's really, really yummy, but it has a wonderful minerality to it. It goes great with foie gras. This is also an ideal brunch wine. Why? Because it goes fantastically with that smoked salmon bagel that you want after that night of whiskey. Yeah, called you on it. Night of Jameson. You want a bagel with some lox on it? This is a great pairing. Fuck that Bloody Mary. You don't want that Bloody Mary. You want this. Guys, this wine is good. Not bad. Genuinely not bad. It's very floral, which sounds weird. I know the idea of like drinking perfume doesn't appeal to anybody, but that was nice. That was nice. I'm gonna give that a 4. 4. I would also like to point out to the viewership, there's one thing, I take that back, 2 things that always go with wine. When in doubt, cheese, bread. Can't go wrong. And of course there are little nitty-gritty pairings for each of them, but whatever. Wine and cheese, classic combo. You can't fail. Boys, you're going on a date. Seems so romantic. Oh look, I took you for wine and cheese. Don't make that face. Don't make that face. It's also a really good time for me to tell you, as my viewers, that obviously there is going to be a red version of this taping. And I feel confident in telling you that I am terrified. I'm terrified. The red version, scary. The red version, gagging, choking. This is not 50 Shades of Grey. It's wine education. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to 2. And of those 2, one is my all-time favorite wine, and one is my least favorite. Least favorite. We're down to 2 players. Arguably, actually, 2 of the oldest white wine and grape varietals, Sauvignon Blanc and Chardonnay. Sauvignon Blancs can go from being really grassy to really tropical to a little bit of everything, which is why I love New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs. Yes, France, you make a good one. You really do. I like it a lot. I feel fancy when I drink French wine. Oh, it should be noted, of all of the countries whose wines I've represented tonight, I don't have French wine. Because, yes, French wine is delicious. It's also very expensive. And I'm currently in my apartment and not at my parents' house. So, bye, France. You're great. I like you a lot. Can't afford you. Not on my own. But New Zealand, I love. Frickin' Kiwis. You make a delightful Sauvignon Blanc. It's grassy, it's tropical, it goes with everything. You know what it goes really well with? Sushi. I know, you're thinking, if I'm gonna have sushi, I'm gonna go sake bombing. No. You're having fish, you're having rice, you're having vegetables. Why not have something crisp and grassy and delightful? There are no words. It's like foreplay in a bottle. You heard me. Foreplay in a bottle. They also usually come in a twist top, which at this point in the video, I appreciate because my hand-eye coordination has been compromised. Oh God. I don't know why I keep pouring so much. I just want you to learn. Wine is wonderful. So
Tilt your head back and close your eye.
okay. Yes, a little bit is currently running down my cleavage because it's my 6th chug of the evening. That was delightful. Oh, New Zealand. Peter Jackson is not the only thing to be grateful for from this wonderful country. This island has given us a delicious wine. The Hobbit is fantastic. I don't know, I haven't seen it yet, but I do love Lord of the Rings. That, so good. So crisp. I actually enjoyed the flavors of the wine, even though I was downing it as quickly as possible. So we are going to go ahead and give that a 5. We've had 6 delightful white wines, and yet we have yet to talk about one of the most cultivated grapes in the world. It's Chardonnay. Chardonnay can be found everywhere. France, California, Washington. And they're all different. There are 2 types of Chardonnays. Oaked, unoaked. Black or white. We're going Michael Jackson on this one, kids. It's one or the other. Chardonnays are complex. Ripe Chardonnays have flavors of guava, pineapple. I know it sounds like a vacation. It's not. Unripe Chardonnays have a little more green apple. And lemon. With the oaking process, Chardonnays become buttery. Some would say creamy. Awkward. But true. Caramely. Vanilla-y, it sounds good in your head. It's hard to drink. I'm telling you right now, because I'm your educator. Really? I don't like it. This is for you. It's for education. It's for, I don't know what it's for. Because if you're chugging Chardonnay, you're going through something far more difficult than I could put into words on this video. Oh God. By the way, Chardonnay goes really well with mushrooms and aged cheddar and should not be jugged. We're gonna go ahead and give that a 2 on the chug scale. Drink it with earthy things. I think that generally covers it. Earthiness and Chardonnay go really well together. Chugging and Chardonnay do not go well together. Please get excited for our next episode, which is red wine, which I'm terrified of. But it's gonna happen for the sake of I'm sorry.